Right, we're about to invite our good friend Russell Wood, a promoter from down Manchester Bolton way. We've known him for many, many years. So, hello Russell, are you there?
How are we doing, gents? You all right?
Hello.
Very
well,
good,
thanks.
very good.
You?
How's it going?
How are we doing?
Very good, very good. How are you?
I'm well as can be in this...
Exactly, crazy times, eh?
Of course, we'll get started straight away. So, obviously, we've known you for a lot of years, but can you just tell the viewers what you're all about and what you do within the industry?
Yeah, of course. Obviously, I met you guys when I was running... So, I started off running an events company with a couple of my friends called Arcade Events. So, it's myself, Russell, Kieran and Darren. And you guys were lucky enough to play the Lee Festival.
That's right, yeah, I remember.
2009,
Loved it.
It was a great lineup. I think we had the Farm DJ one day, Shed 7 the other. So it was a good bill for in Lee, especially a little pub. And then, so started that off, and that's where I'm from, around that area, Lee, Lancashire, and started putting gigs on in there, and it just got bigger and bigger.
Nice. I mean, I think Lee kind of became our second home, didn't it?
We did loads
we used to love coming to see you guys. It was always a good laugh. It was always a good party, man. You put on good shows there, man.
We loved having you guys up there with Death Crew 92. Just come up.
That's the one, mate. That's the one.
Howie the Man flying up through Lee. It was amazing. Oh yeah. Started off in Lee and then just ventured into Manchester more, and Manchester always had a great music scene, so just moved into there, putting bigger bands on, bigger venues, so to speak. So yeah.
Nice one, mate.
Nice one. So you put some great shows on over the years. Do you remember your first gig? What was that about? Tell us about that.
So again, Bar Bliss, around the time 2006 to 2007, when we started putting like the Courteeners on, paid them £100. Guy had to finish work.
What's that? You put your what, sorry?
The guy, Liam, had to finish work, so we couldn't sound check.
Is that Liam Frey, is it?
Great lineup. Free. So on the poster as well, I'll send to you guys £3 entry, Stormy Corner and another band on it. It was £3. We didn't sell out. That was the April 2007, and by August 2007, they were playing Academy 2, 950. So they just, I think Not 19 Forever came out as a single. So that was one of my first. I think I was working with Northside as well. That was one of my first.
All right, nice one.
Amazing.
The Whip, Troubadours. There was a few bands around that time, and obviously Catfish and the Bottlemen.
Yeah, nice
brilliant.
one, man.
Do you have any hot tips for new music for us?
So hot tips for myself, the Snuts. I'm a big fan of them.
Yeah, really good band.
Yeah, I saw them. They were supporting one of my friends at one of the music festivals in Manchester either last year before, and it just blew me away with the sound, the echoing, like a Kasabian kind of, just a haunting sound. The Snuts. One of the lads who have left Catfish, he's in a band called Hague, Billy Bibby.
Yeah, I know Billy. He's a nice lad.
He's doing really, really well. Again, one of my good friends of mine, Jordan Allen, he's got an EP out. So, yeah, they're the three I would tip. But yeah, the Snuts, I think they're supporting the music next year with the Coral and this year.
Is that at the Leeds?
The Leeds gig, yeah.
In the square.
Is that the Millennium Square?
Millennium
That's
Square,
the one.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's a good bill, that.
So obviously, with you putting on Courteeners and Catfish and stuff, what doors did that open for you? Did it open up any doors for any bigger bands or any bands further along in your career?
It kept relationships open. So like if I ever saw Courteeners lads after that, they always acknowledged, they always got the cap, Reverend. I'd like to think that everyone I've ever worked with have wanted to work with me again. It's just, it's like, and this is what I was alluding to before a little bit, is if you do the small things right, or you do it right, you'll remember it. You start trying to look for the glam and the glitch, that you've got, it could be a band that's playing a one-man, an open mic night to playing a Manchester Academy gig. You treat every band the same.
Yeah.
Remember that, bands remember that. Just do the small things right, get the sound correct, get the riders correct, look after them, make sure, be honest with them, make sure they pay them. Don't lie.
You're like the same school of thought as us. That's what we do when we have the DJs come across. Don't we? Make sure they're well looked after, they're picked up on time, they've got the hotel they want, they've got the rider, make sure that they're well looked after. And then you tend to find that they'll come back again.
You know who you want to work with, don't you?
Yeah. Well, you know who you want to work with in the future,
Yeah.
don't you?
Aye, good,
Well,
good stuff.
especially that time, you know, that in that era, there was a lot of pay-to-play gigs.
Yeah.
That was never about me because it was, if all bands, you pay them the money, they shouldn't just be expected. Like it's their art, their talent, and I believed in every gig that I put on. I didn't put a gig on for the sake of putting a gig on. So with you guys, I was a fan of you guys before I put you guys on.
Yeah.
Just have to be that good.
You're probably the only fan we had.
Yeah.
Still am. Death Crew 92 all the way, boys.
I mean, I'll never forget that Reverend and the Makers gig you put on at Bar Bliss. I mean, I don't know if anybody who's watching's been at Bar Bliss. It's tiny, right? And you'll probably get 150 in, maybe something like that. And it was rammed. Me and G-Funk were doing the security at the front, at the end, and we were pushing the speakers up. We had to stand with pushing the speakers up like that because we were players, so it was bouncing, man. It was so good.
Such a great feeling there, though, wasn't it? You know, such a good venue.
When you look at gigs like that, so Reverend and the Makers, so you think about it, you had Reverend and the Makers at the prime of the prime.
Yeah.
Luckily to get them, like their agent let me have them because John was just like, I want to play the smaller circuits. They had the hit chart, they had the hit single heavyweight champion of the world in the charts. They come down, so we had them, we had Catfish and the Bottlemen on support. We had Kid British DJ set.
Yeah.
Adio from Kid British is now writing songs with Beyonce. And then we had DJ holding the speakers on the stage. And you had Andy from the Arctic Monkeys playing bass.
That's right, I remember. Yeah, I remember that.
In Lee. So it's like, where did it all go wrong?
That's it. I mean, obviously, like us, you do quite a bit of indie DJing as well, don't you? So whereabouts is that taking you? Anywhere special, or do you just do the small gigs, or are you doing festivals, anything like that?
Well, the DJing was just basically piggybacked on the back of putting bands on, events managing. So I was putting gigs on, trying to again keep the money there for the bands, keep the budget there, so I didn't have to pay for DJs. So I basically started DJing it myself, and then after that, again, it's a close community within Manchester. A couple of gigs come up, and I'll just start going out, actually just DJing myself, and then got offered a couple of festivals. Been played Reading and Leeds for a couple of years. And then started playing, getting a bit bigger and better stages. Yeah. Kendall Carlin played for the last 3 or 4 years.
Oh, nice one, man.
Just the City, which is, guys, I'm a Man City fan.
I used to brag quite a bit about when I first met Russ about Newcastle. Maybe he's beaten Man City on an off chance, but it doesn't happen as much anymore.
No.
I weren't going to bring it up, guys. You know what I mean? I'm not name as Keegan said as nothing. That came up. One of my friends said at Man City Stadium, there's a thing outside called City Square. It's like an amphitheatre for all the fans to go, and it's just putting brand new bands on every week before the gig. It's like
like a fan zone style.
Yeah, so it's basically what they did because we lost it from Main Road. It's putting the day back in match day experience. That's what they tried to do when they brought the Etihad, or when from the City of Manchester Stadium. So I went over there, and lucky I got the DJ set for welcoming the players in City Square, part of the City match day team. And it's been absolutely amazing, to be part of that and to work for Manchester City and get paid. And
sounds good to me. Like I think
one day they're going to find me out, to be honest. But don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've done a few festivals over the years, and I was doing Blue Dot Festival. And it was, it was good. It's at Jodrell Bank. Do you guys know Jodrell Bank? Up in Cheshire, it's a big satellite, and it's an amazing festival. And so I was on the first night. They asked me to put me on a Sunday, and I was on the end bit set. It wasn't the headline because I was playing the Space Pavilion, and it's like a stage that opened up into a rocket. It was amazing. So on the Sunday was Chemical Brothers, and I went, no one's going to come to that because Chemical Brothers put me on the Friday, the opening night. So anyway, I get there, turn up, and in my little porter cabin stroke gazebo, there's 22 cans of Brewdog. I'm quite a big lad, you know what I mean? I'm a heavy set lad. So I'm 17 cans deep in this Brewdog. And then I go on stage, and I'm doing all right. And then, do you know the actor Paddy Considine?
Yeah,
man.
He's a great actor.
Well, Dead Man's Shoes is one of my favourite films ever.
Great film.
See him at the front, having a little dance. I go, oh, Buddy Pentecost, and then I fall off stage. And that's, you know when Dave Grohl fell off and broke his leg?
Yeah.
Just fell off and I was just covered in shit, and then I got back up. Yeah, so regarding, they never asked me to go back again, but I later found out. So then my argument was, I went back to the guy who booked us, the agent, and said like, well, you shouldn't have given me 22 cans of Brewdog. He said, mate, they were for every act each day. So, they were Friday, Saturdays and Sundays. Not just 17 cans of them, you know, it's like 9%.
I remember doing something a little bit similar when we visited you guys to support Hot Club de Paris. We got there really, really early in the morning, and there was a fridge full of beer. And by the time the first acts came,
there was no beer in the fridge.
There was no beer left in the fridge.
I think we got taken off for that, didn't we, Russ?
No, but because you know what I did? Because I clocked on to you guys, right? So what I would do with my riders, this is something I clocked on straight away, was I'd buy the support band, your little fridge, beers that we didn't sell behind the bar. So then I'd see all your little mates, G-Funk and all them, like walking around with the cans of Fosters, right? And then they'd go, oh, here, man, I've not touched it. And there'd be like 10 cans in the bag. I bought them from the bar. No, you didn't, because I don't sell them behind the bar. You just see fair dues, then. Fair dues, you got me.
Oh, great.
I've had some good times, man.
So we'll have to get into this. How's COVID-19 affected you? And have you been able to adapt at all? And also, what are your plans for after this, going forward? For arcade events or maybe whatever else you've got lined up?
Yeah, so regarding COVID, there's nothing. There's nothing.
Shocking.
Musician. A lot of people like you guys, which I'm, really big fan of with your, your online DJ sets and stuff like that. There's nowhere to, do anything anymore. We've just all got to buckle down, and when we get out of it, rejoice, go back and enjoy what we did.
Yes.
So, use these times as a measuring stick to loot what we lost.
Yeah, fully agree.
Precisely.
Fully agree.
How many times people are crying out, going, "Oh, the X Factor's killing music," and people just we were getting lazy. It started off with MySpace. When I first started promoting, you'd have to stand outside a gig and hand flyers out, and then MySpace come out, and then Facebook, and it just got lazy and lazy, and people just started cherry picking what gig. When we do go back to watching live music, go enjoy it, love music for what it is.
Yeah,
because like performing, you will all the stories I could probably tell you on 10 podcasts of little gigs where you turn up and I'm thinking that guy's a good singer on stage. It's bloody Paolo Nutini, and you think they're a good support band. I can't understand what they're singing, and it's Kings of Leon. I'm thinking we're losing stories like this.
Yes,
I cherish, but we're going to lose them. So now when we go back out of it, enjoy it, because it'll be as we've seen, it's gone.
You're dead right, Russell. Yeah. Russell, well, thank you very much for joining us today.
Nice
one.
one.
It's been a really I love you all. Big love. Thank
you very much,
gents.
Stay well, and we'll see you soon, mate.
See you soon, mate.
Take care.
Cheers. Bye, mate.